Crisp air and golden leaves signal more than sweater season. They spark the urge to bring autumn's warmth indoors. Why settle for store-bought decorations when you can create fall decor crafts that add charm and a personal touch to your space? Have you ever wondered how a handful of pine cones, a spool of twine, or a few pressed leaves could brighten your home? These crafty projects are simple, fun, and friendly for all skill levels. Let's roll up our sleeves and make autumn shine indoors. Framed pressed maple leaves create instant autumn charm. Gather vibrant leaves, press them flat between books, and place them behind glass in simple frames. Suddenly, your wall turns into a canvas of seasonal color. No need to splurge, nature provides the art, and you get all the compliments. Some folks worry about the leaves fading or crumbling. A quick spray with clear acrylic sealant helps keep the colors bright and leaves intact. Hang these frames near a window and let sunlight highlight the natural patterns. It's cozy, personal, and honestly, cheaper than most store-bought wall art. Imagine your table glowing with a centerpiece made from small pumpkins, pine cones, and cinnamon sticks. This arrangement isn't just easy, it smells like autumn. Gather mini pumpkins, scatter pine cones, and nestle candles among cinnamon sticks. You'll create a warm, inviting mood in minutes, no fancy skills required. Some folks might worry about using real candles. A quick fix, try LED tea lights instead. They're safe and you still get that cozy look. Plus, cinnamon sticks add a spicy scent without overwhelming the senses. A few simple steps, some natural materials, and your home feels ready for sweater weather. Creating a basket with fairy lights, pine cones, and faux leaves brings instant warmth to any room. It's simple. Gather a woven basket, wind battery-operated lights among pine cones, and tuck in colorful leaves. Place it by your entryway or fireplace. Guests will think you spent hours, but it takes minutes. This project is affordable and stress-free. However, be mindful of fire safety. Always use LED lights instead of real candles. If you're after rustic charm with minimal effort, this arrangement fits the bill. Don't like cleaning up crumbling leaves? Faux options solve that headache while keeping your space festive all season. Ever tried mixing yarn and felt for fall? A boho-inspired leaf garland adds instant warmth to any mantle or wall. Choose earthy shades, think burnt orange, mustard, or sage. Simply cut leaf shapes from felt, thread them onto chunky yarn, and hang. It's fast, fun, and looks handcrafted, not store-bought. No need for fancy tools or professional skills. Scissors, felt sheets, and yarn are enough. The downside? Felt can fray if handled roughly, so gentle hands help. Want a personal spin? Add wooden beads or tassels between leaves. This craft brings color and texture with just the right amount of quirky charm. Try stacking wooden pumpkins of different sizes to build a rustic tower. Top it with a quirky witch's hat for a touch of whimsy. This craft uses reclaimed wood, making it affordable and eco-friendly. Paint each pumpkin in muted oranges and browns for a cozy autumnal feel. Assembly is straightforward. Use wood glue or screws for stability. Opt for a felt or papier-mâché hat to keep it lightweight. While this piece draws plenty of compliments, it can tip over in windy outdoor spots, so add extra weight at the base if displaying outside. Adding a faux leaf wreath to your door instantly signals autumn's arrival. Combine bright artificial leaves, collected twigs, and a burlap ribbon for warmth and texture. This craft costs little and lasts for years. Why settle for store-bought when you can create something personal and eye-catching with just a hot glue gun? Don't worry if you're not a craft wizard. Imperfect twig placement adds character. Try looping the burlap ribbon loosely for a casual feel, or tie a bold bow for extra flair. The only downside? You might spend more time admiring your handiwork than actually making it. Imagine a porch lined with wooden jack-o'-lantern planters stuffed with hay and bursts of autumn leaves. These planters offer a playful twist on the classic pumpkin, but skip the mess of carving. They bring cheer to your entryway and last longer than real gourds. No rotting, no mushy surprises. Building these planters is simple. Start with basic wooden boxes, paint faces, and fill with dried hay and colorful branches. Mix in mini pumpkins or mums for extra charm. The only snag? If left untreated, wood may weather in heavy rain. A quick sealant can fix that. Nothing says autumn quite like a mantle dressed in the colors of harvest. Arrange small gourds, clusters of berries, and wispy vines across your mantle. The mix creates a sense of abundance without looking forced. Try layering textures, rough gourds, glossy berries, and soft trailing leaves for eye-catching contrast. Worried about mess? Use faux vines and berries if you're not a fan of sweeping up leaves. Real or artificial, this style can be as wild or as tidy as you wish. A quick tip: add a few candles for a warm glow, but don't crowd them near the greenery. Glass lanterns filled with mini pumpkins and acorns create instant charm. The contrast of glass and natural elements adds warmth to any space. Want a quick way to impress guests? Place a lantern on your entryway table. The look is festive, yet simple enough for anyone to arrange. Not everything about this craft is perfect. Finding miniature pumpkins out of season can cost a pretty penny, and real acorns may attract curious pets. Try using faux versions from the craft store. They keep your lanterns neat and your wallet grateful. Plus, you won't be cleaning up pumpkin bits in November. Want a centerpiece that shouts autumn? Fill a hollowed-out pumpkin with wheat stems and dried flowers. This craft blends earthy colors and natural textures, turning an ordinary table into the harvest season's focal point. The pumpkin's rustic charm pairs well with both modern and classic decor. While dried flowers last for weeks, remember the pumpkin base won't. Place a dish underneath to prevent leaks, or swap in an artificial pumpkin for longer use. Try mixing marigolds, eucalyptus, or lavender with wheat for a subtle fragrance and extra visual appeal. Why settle for store-bought when you can create something memorable? Suspended leaf art brings autumn indoors with a touch of whimsy. Thread vibrant, real leaves onto clear fishing wire and hang them in a window or against a blank wall. The sunlight highlights rich reds and golds, casting gentle shadows. It's quick, affordable, and surprisingly dramatic. However, real leaves can curl or fade over time. Spritz them lightly with hairspray or press them between books for a few days before stringing. This helps keep your display crisp for weeks. Want an extra twist? Mix in a few painted leaves or add fairy lights for evening glow. Mason jar lanterns with pressed leaves and tea lights add warmth and charm to any autumn evening. Simply press colorful leaves, stick them onto clean jars with a bit of Mod Podge, and drop in a tea light. The glow highlights the leaves' shapes and colors, creating a cozy, inviting atmosphere. This craft isn't just simple, it's budget-friendly and reusable. However, keep in mind that condensation or rough handling can peel off the leaves over time. Want your lanterns to last? Handle them gently and store them away from moisture. It's a small price for such an enchanting touch. Plaid fabric pumpkins instantly warm up any table. Grab old shirts or thrifted fabric, wrap around stuffing, and stitch up the bottom. The real magic? Bold buttons for stems. These quirky toppers add charm and spark conversation. Why settle for bland store-bought when you can create personality with every stitch? Quick to craft and forgiving of mistakes, these pumpkins make a great weekend project with kids or friends. The downside? Fabric choices can clash if you aren't careful. Stick to 2 or 3 color families. Mix textures for depth. A bowl of these pumpkins shouts autumn without breaking the bank. Why stick to plain walls when autumn leaves can jazz up any window or child's bedroom? Collect vibrant, fallen leaves during a stroll. Thread them onto string with a few beads or paper cutouts for color. Hang your leafy chain in sunlight, nature's stained glass, made with little hands and minimal cost. Kids love projects that let them get messy and creative. This craft also doubles as a lesson in seasons and colors. Keep in mind, leaves dry out quickly. Press them in a heavy book for a day or two before stringing, or use faux leaves to avoid crumbling messes later. Try using an old wheelbarrow as a focal point for your yard this fall. Toss in a layer of hay, a few mini pumpkins, and bright mums. The colors pop against the rustic metal. You'll get instant curb appeal and plenty of compliments from neighbors passing by. This display is simple to set up and move. However, the wheelbarrow may rust if left outside in wet weather. Consider placing it under a porch or sealing it first. Add your own twist with cornstalks or dried leaves for extra texture. This project proves that charming doesn't have to mean complicated. Felted acorn garlands bring a touch of woodland magic to any room. Picture these colorful, soft acorns strung along your fireplace or headboard, instant autumn coziness. This craft calls for wool roving, acorn caps, and a bit of patience. Even kids can help, making it an easy family project. Unlike store-bought decor, felted garlands offer a handmade charm that stands out. Colors are customizable, so match your vibe or go wild with the palette. The only real drawback? Felting can get messy and time-consuming, but the end result, a playful, earthy accent, usually feels worth the effort. Mini pumpkin vase place cards offer a clever way to combine function and charm at your fall dinner parties. Imagine guests finding their seats by spotting tiny pumpkins, each hollowed and filled with fresh flowers and their names. This approach adds color and a playful twist without breaking the bank. Making these is simple. Scoop out small pumpkins, insert a bit of floral foam, and tuck in autumn blooms. Write each guest's name on a card and attach it with a toothpick. It's quick, personal, and beats boring paper cards any day, though. Fair warning, they won't last forever. Twine-wrapped wine bottle vases bring rustic charm to any table. Grab empty bottles, wrap them in twine with a dab of glue, and let dry. Tuck in wheat stalks and faux sunflowers for a low-cost centerpiece that signals autumn. Anyone can manage this, even if you claim to have two left thumbs. Still, glass bottles can be slippery. Work slowly and keep a damp towel nearby to wipe sticky fingers. These vases last for years and can swap decor each season. So, why buy expensive arrangements when your recycling bin and a ball of twine offer so much more? Start with a simple mirror and bring autumn inside. Collect vibrant leaves and slender twigs from your backyard. Secure them around the mirror's edge in a sunburst pattern using glue. The result? A lively entryway piece that makes your guests smile before they've even taken off their shoes. This craft is budget-friendly, but watch out for brittle leaves. Press them between books for a few days to prevent crumbling. If you want extra flair, spray the twigs with a light metallic paint. Who knew curbside finds could give your entry a fresh, seasonal twist? Bringing these fall decor crafts to life doesn't require an art degree or a mountain of supplies, just a dash of creativity and a sprinkle of autumn spirit. Why settle for store-bought when your own hands can craft warmth and memories at home? Ready to roll up your sleeves and fill your home with autumn's charm? Try one project, or mix a few for extra flair. Let the crisp air inspire you, and see how even the simplest craft can ignite smiles and spark conversation.